Hello, Math 6 students. This is Mrs. Moore recording to you live from OH Anderson. Today we're going to be doing is just working a little bit more with those equations with variables on both sides. I made our first slide kind of like a normal slide on a typical day. So yesterday, every day you actually are to complete the Google form, and then we had some IXL practice yesterday. Today, you don't need to write this in your planner, but we are going to once again submit your Google form, and then we're going to do 10 problems on the prune puzzle. I know you've been missing some of my cheesy math puzzles, so we're going to be doing one today. I intentionally then did a little prune joke on the front cover too. Yes, you are very welcome for that. All right, so we're going to continue on with what we did from yesterday a little bit more. So our steps for solving variables on both sides, I always like to do that add-up property first of all, just because of that commutative property. You can add things in any order, and some of our problems today are going to be a little bit longer. Then we're going to look at each side of the equation, and we're going to try to simplify it if we can to make it shorter. We may distribute. Remember, distribute means if we're going to be taking 4 times x plus 3, we're going to distribute the 4 across everything. 4 times x gives us 4x. Next, I've got a plus sign. 4 times 3 is 12. So we may be distributing as part of our simplifying step. We might, after we distribute, combine like terms. Then we want to get variables. If we have them on both sides of the equation, we want to have them just on one side of the equation. And then we're going to try to get numbers on the opposite side of the equation and then solve for our unknown. So what I did, you might want to write these steps in your notebook somewhere. Please have a notebook out with you as I'm going through these so you have something to look at and check your work as you are going. So I'm just kind of highlighting my steps down here. So the first problem says 2 times a negative 5x plus 4 is the same as 7x, or 7 times a number plus 12. So I'm going to look here. I'm noticing on the left side over here, I can distribute in that case. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to do 2 times negative 5x, which is negative 10x, plus I'm going to take 2 times 4, which is 8, and that is the same as 7x plus 12. Now I'm going to look and I notice, okay, I've got variables on both sides. I've got on the left side over here, I'm trying to get a highlighter, I've got negative 10x. On this side over here, I've got 7x. So I want x's only on one side. I like my variables to become positive, so I want to get rid of this negative 10x. And the way I'm going to do this is by adding its opposite. So if I add 10x onto the left side of the equation, I need to write a 10x on the right side of the equation too. Now, once again, I'm going to add down. So negative 10x and a positive 10x, that's 0. So I have 8 is the same as, I'm going to add 7x and 10x together, get 17x plus 12. And now I'm going to get the variable by itself. So I have this variable right here. I'm going to get a blue color on here. I've got 17x. I want to get rid of this 12, and the way I'm going to get rid of that 12 is, so I want to get rid of that 12. So the way I get rid of a positive 12 is by adding a negative 12 or subtracting both sides by 12. Once again, now I'm going to add down. I'm going to look at these two. 8 and negative 12 is a negative 4. I have 17x still, and this is 0. Now, this is going to be kind of a weird answer, and that's why we want to make sure we're showing our work. 17 times the number is negative 4. Now, I know that's going to be a weird amount that I'm going to be doing. So what I'm going to do is to undo multiplying by 17, I'm going to divide both sides by 17. So my left side of my equation, I'm just going to leave it as negative 4/17 is my solution. Negative 4/17 is my solution for that one. Let's look at the second one here. Now, on this one, once again, we have a lot of stuff on our left-hand side. Why don't you write this problem down? I'm noticing I'm going to distribute right here, and I'm going to distribute right here. So I have 2 spots I'm going to need to simplify. So before I do that, I'm going to change x minus 2 to be x plus a negative 2. And I'm going to distribute the part on the green highlighted part first. So starting off with this, I'm going to take 6 times x, which is 6x. I've got a plus sign. I'm going to take 6 times negative 2, which is negative 12. So that has simplified the first part. Now I'm going to simplify the next part. I'm adding to it. I'm going to distribute the 4 times x, which is 4x. I have a plus sign. 4 times 5 is 20, and that's all equal to negative 2. And now I'm going to try to shorten this up because this looks like a nightmare over here. I'm going to say, what can I put together right here? And I'm noticing I have some x's on the same side. I've got a 6x and a 4x, and now putting those together, I get 10x. And now I'm going to add negative 12 plus 20, which is going to give me a positive 8. And the right side is just a negative 2. Now the nice thing about this problem is I already have the variable on only one side of the equation. So I want to get rid of this 8. And I'm going to think, what can I add to 8 to make it disappear? I'm hoping you're thinking in your head you're going to add a negative 8 or subtract 8. Draw my line, and I'm going to add down. So here I have 10x. Here I have 0, so I'm not even going to write that down. Here I have negative 10. So negative 10 times 10 times a number is the same as negative 10. I know in my head it's negative 1, but to show it or prove it, I'm going to undo multiplying by 10 by dividing everything by 10. 10 divided by 10 is x, and negative 10 divided by a positive 10 is going to give me a negative 1. So once again, it is very important that we're showing our steps in these problems. Okay, the next one here, 14 times a number is the same as 11 times a number plus 81. Well, the nice thing on this problem is I'm noticing, first of all, I don't have to do any simplifying. I can't put those together, and there's no distribution at all going on either. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm noticing I have on the left side, I have 14n, and on the right side, I have 11n. I want my n's just on one side of this problem. So I already have a number over here, so I'm going to try to get rid of this one. And the way I'm going to get rid of 11n is by subtracting or adding a negative 11n onto both sides. Once again, now I'm going to add down. I'm going to do 14n and a negative 11n is 3n. I'm going to add down here. Those two numbers are opposites, so it's 0. And over here, I'm going to have 81. And now to undo multiplying by 3, I'm going to divide by 3. I'm going to divide both sides by 3. Now I'm going to do my trick. 8 plus 1 is 9, and 3 fits into 9. So I know 3 fits automatically into 81. In my head, I'm going to break 81 into 60 and 21. And I'm going to think, how many times does 3 fit into each of those? So 3 fits into 60 20 times. 3 fits into 21 7 times. So all together, I know 3 fits into 81 27 times. The next one, can you pause this please and try this one on your own? Okay, and we're back. Looking at the left-hand side here, I'm going to see I've got a variable and I've got a number. I cannot put those together, so there's no simplifying to do. If I notice on the left side I have a k value, a variable, and on the right side, I want to have them just on one side. Now, since I already have a 12 here, I'm going to get rid of this one. Okay, so the 12 is by itself. So I'm going to think, how do I get rid of a negative 14k? I'm going to add 14k onto both sides. Draw my line. I'm going to add down. When I add down right here, that gives me 0. So all this right here is 0. So I'm just going to bring my 12 straight down. And adding these two together, negative 18k plus a 14k is negative 4k. And then I want to solve for my k value. I want to undo multiplying by negative 4. And the way I'm going to do that is dividing both sides by negative 4. So 12 divided by negative 4 is going to give me negative 3. Over here, negative 4 divided by negative 4 is just going to give me k is equal to a -3 for that one. I'll move this up a little bit. Okay, on number 3 right here, I'm going to look at each side individually once again. Looking at the left, I cannot do anything over here. Looking at the right side, I can't do anything over here either. What I am going to do though is I'm going to change this -4y minus 19 to plus a -19. I do notice that I do have, y's on both sides. Now I want to get rid of one of them. It doesn't really matter which one I get rid of. I'll get the same answer either way. But what I'm noticing here is to get rid of this, I'm going to add a -58. To get rid of this, I'm going to add a 19. I'd rather add 19 than subtract 58. So I'm going to get rid of my 3y. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to add a -3y onto both sides. So my equation now, I have 58 on the left. This is 0. Adding down here, I have -7y plus a -19. Now, I want that -7y by itself. I want this by itself. So I'm going to add 19 to both sides. And when I do that, I have 9 and plus 8 is 17. I have 77 is the same as -7 times a number. I want to undo multiplying by -7, so I'm going to divide by -7. And a positive 77 divided by a -77 is -11 is equal to y. Ooh, and my last one right here looks super fun. So looking at this one right here, I'm going to notice there's nothing I can do on this side. I can't simplify it at all. But I do have, oops, I need my highlighter there. I do have x's on both sides. I have a -3/4 x is the same as a positive 1/8 x minus 14. So what I want to do first of all is have common denominators. I'm thinking 4 and 8. I can change them both to eighths. So I'm going to rewrite this problem to say -6/8 x is the same as 1/8 x plus a -14. Now, because I already have this number right here, I'm going to try to get rid of this right here. And the way to undo adding 1/8 x is to subtract 1/8 x onto both sides or add a -1/8 x. I'm going to add down. So adding down here, I have -7/8 x is equal to -14. I'm going to change that to -14 over 1. Now I'm going to undo multiplying by -7/8 x. Remember when we did this, I'm going to divide by a fraction. When we divide, it's the same that keep, switch, flip. We're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal, which would be 8 over -7, and multiply both sides by 8 over a -7. So if I look at my left-hand side, I can cancel my -7s. I can cancel my 8s, and I have x left here. On the right-hand side, I'm noticing when I'm multiplying here, I'm multiplying two negative numbers, which gives me a positive answer. I can cancel my 14 and my 7, divide them both by 7. So this will become a 2, this will become a 1. And now I'm going to multiply across. Multiplying across the top, I'm taking 2 times 8, which is 16. The bottom I have 1, so x is equal to 16. Now we're going to do for tomorrow is on a piece of paper, I would like you to pick any 10 of these problems right here. So once again, this is a puzzle. You can do the puzzle if you want to. We are doing this kind of a problem because all of your possible answers are down here below. So if you get an answer that does not show up here, you're going to know that that's not quite the right answer. I'd like you to write this nice and neat in your notebook. You can do them in any order that you want to. I am going to have an answer key that will be attached to our Google form so you can check your answers. That does not mean that you are going to just copy the answers, but I want you to check them. Make sure you're showing the same steps as me. You'll notice with a lot of these, we're really concentrating on that distributive property almost in every single one. If you have any questions, please send me a comment through Google Classroom. I'm more than willing to Google Meet with you or talk you through the problems on the phone too. All right, hope you're doing well. I miss you, Block 1. We'll talk to you.